Hello viewers, welcome back to BRK-SOFT channel. After the last episode, we had got a lot of queries in terms of the batch timings. Now, with a due consideration, we are planning to start a batch between evening 7 and 9, purely online, to help working professionals and technocrats in attending this program. What is that the working professional is going to gain out of this? The working professionals are basically, in today's corporate finance market, are people who have got trained fully in accounting but not in fund sourcing. Today most of the promoters have a problem that instead of going to an outside source, why should I not train my own people in this fund sourcing techniques? Hence, for the benefit of working professionals where they cannot allocate time to attend this program on day course, we are offering an evening online program between 7 and 9. The technocrats, few of you will think that I do not know ABCD of accounting. Will it be of use to me? Yes, it will be of lot of use to you, primarily because today all technocrats and entrepreneurs depend on their own auditors, a consultant like us, to finalize their accounts and finalize their profits. Why should that be? It's your business. It is your right to finalize your accounts, not auditors or consultants. Therefore, what we teach technocrats are not debit and credits. What we are going to teach them is a simple accounting language, make them understand how P&L is drawn, how balance sheet is drawn, what are the core contents of all this, importance of all this, train you in few entries, and then with this knowledge, we will start the ratio analysis. Hence, we are not planning to merge the technocrats with any of the offline programs. So this is a separate program for all of you. Let's continue where we left the last episode. Now, in the last episode, what we saw was for corporate finance groups. So what will the bankers do with freshers? Now, banks have two sides of balance sheet like any other company. One is a liability, another is an asset. What is liability of a bank? Is what they owe money to. What do they owe money to? It is for depositors, for example. So bringing deposits, handling their deposits, because the liability of the bank to the customer. That is not the core area. That is any area where the bank has to operate, but that is not the core area. But where the bank lacks professionals are the asset side of the balance sheet. What does asset side mean? It is advances. For the advances, you need to necessarily possess a knowledge of skill developed ratio analysis of what I was speaking to you in the previous episode. Now, how do these professionals help the banks? These professionals, after getting trained, will be in a position to assess the financial strength and weakness of a company, and once the report comes to them for lending, they will be easily go through their numbers and suggest or write proposals to the top officials or the sanctioning authorities on recommendations whether to do this or not to do this, or to this extent or not to the extent they have asked for. As far as the banks again goes, there is also a treasury for the bank where they invest, they don't lend, they invest in products like commercial paper, in products like rated papers, where the person who is handling this in the bank needs a specialized skill to take a decision on these areas also. BRK-SOFT has taken an initiative to train them in this particular products also, which is very rare to know in the market. BRK-SOFT also teaches banks or their professionals to get employed in the banks in products called external commercial borrowings or foreign currency term loans. Why is this important? Today the government of India is encouraging exporters because a good flow of foreign currency is going to help this economy. For a $5 trillion economy, this is going to be a key issue. Now, what type of products are available for exporters? Now, when you borrow money from the bank at a packing credit rate, for example, let's say 8% or 9% in today's market, depending upon your rating, that's going to be costly because your own competitor abroad will be able to raise this money at even say 2 or 3% per annum. Government of India earlier has opened this up and this product is available for the last 30 years. Of course, currently in the last 10 years, lot of new encouragements have been given for this particular product called ECB. Now, what are all these encouragements? How do you raise this ECB or how do you lend this ECB as a banker is what we will teach you in our BRK-SOFT programs. Further, it also help you in writing project costs, analyzing project costs, analyzing means of finance, how to raise funds for this particular project, and the financial projections per se for a long-term debt too. Now, if you all be aware that there are two types of debts in the market, a short term and a long term. Let's forget the medium term. Now, short term debts are, as you know, will be for working capital. The long term debts will be for, say, adding a fixed assets of a company or erecting a new particular project for production. Now, how do you analyze the returns of all this for the new project, whether to go for the new project at all? The marketing guy or the production guy will tell you it's a very good project. But once you get into the paper of the number crunching, you will find it's not viable. What is the expected return from the product? Each promoter has his own returns to measure. Some could say I need 10%, some could say I need 24%, some could say 36%, some could say sky is the limit. For example, monopolist. You find a new pharma product, a new drug discovery. This you become a monopoly and it is called as NDDS. Now, this drug discovery, you will be a monopolist and the price you say will be the price you sell. It's not only for pharma, it is for all products which you introduce market as a first time. Now, how do you assess the viability of a perfect competition player? What will be the pricing strategies you can adopt? Similarly, a departmental store, you will have umpteen products in display. How do you measure which product you should sell fast? Everybody says maximum profit margin. It doesn't happen on all the products because you will have rice, you will have pulses, you will have dals, you will have soft drinks, so on and so forth. Now, how do you measure each of this? And what is the strategy you should adopt as a finance person? As a marketing person, yes, you will say this particular stand will have these products, this particular stand have these products. But what products you should display and what products you should buy and what products you should sell and how fast you should sell will depend upon the financial outlay and profit margins.